Freedom Scientific, a Vispero brand.
Clear the clutter, personalizing your web experience with JAWS.
For my next task, I'll be demonstrating how to use the Skim Reading Tool to find information within an article. So again, I'm using this document that is about human development. And so the Skim Reading Tool is designed to help us quickly determine if the content we're searching for is within the article. I'll turn on the Skim Reading Tool by moving to the JAWS Manager. I do that by pressing Insert F2.
Run JAWS Manager dialog. List 1 list view. Command search. 1 of 20.
So we have 20 options in this search. I'm going to go ahead in this edit box and type S and then K for Skim Reading.
S, K, Skim Reading Tool. 19 of 20.
There we go. And then I'm going to press Enter to open the Skim Reading Tool dialog.
Enter. Skim Reading dialog. Use rule type : read first line of every paragraph. Radio button checked. 1 of 4. Alt plus T.
So the first place I land is where I'm going to choose a rule type. Now, I also kind of conversely think of the rule type as the search type. And we have 4 options here. This first option we landed on is where the Skim Reading Tool will read the first line of every paragraph. The next option is where the Skim Reading Tool will read each sentence of each paragraph. Following that, we can set a rule where we can ask for the rule to look for certain pieces of text. That could be a single word or several words. And then the last option is a rule that looks for certain attributes, such as italics or bold. It also will look for color. So let's say you're on, let's say some sort of a form online, and you are supposed to pay special attention to the things highlighted in yellow. You could create a rule to search for those so you can quickly find those on a form. For this demonstration, I'm going to create a rule looking for certain text. So these are radio buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and use my down arrow key.
Use rule type : read first. Use rule type : text. Rules apply for reading. Radio button checked. 3 of 4. Alt plus T.
Okay, so now I'm going to tab to the next area.
Rules history : combo box. Less new greater. 1 of 1. Alt plus R.
So if I had created previous rules, they would be listed here. And then if I wanted to, I could navigate the list and choose that same rule. Again, let's say I was looking for something in multiple articles. I could keep that same rule.
Text search pattern : edit. Alt plus P.
So this is where I'm going to go ahead and type in the word that I'm searching for. I'm going to go ahead and type in the word child, because I want to see if this article has anything about child development.
CHILD.
And then I'll press tab.
Child. Speak unit : combo box. Lines containing text rule. 1 of 3. Alt plus U.
So what this is telling me is that wherever that word child is found, JAWS will announce the entire line to help give context to that search result.
Use regular expression checkbox not checked. Alt plus X.
We're going to skip past that.
Skim reading indication checkbox checked. Alt plus I.
The skim reading indication is checked by default, so I leave it as it is.
Start skim reading button. Alt plus S.
So this is where if I press space, I could start the skim reading. And what's going to happen then is the tool is going to analyze this article looking for those instances of the word child. Once it locates all of them, it's going to start reading to me every line within this article that contains the word child. But the one I really want to show you is this next one.
Create summary button. Alt plus Y.
So the Create Summary button, which I'm going to activate here in just a moment, is going to do the same thing as previously mentioned. The Skim Reading Tool is going to scan the document, find all instances and lines that contain the word child, but this time it's going to present it in the virtual viewer and I can navigate the results. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press space to activate. And sometimes it takes just a moment or two for the scanning of the article to take place.
Space. Link 1. Early childhood left paren 2 to 3 years right paren. Link 2. An infant is utterly dependent. Developing trust is based on the dependability and quality of the child's caregivers. Link 3. At link at.
Okay, and I pressed the control key to quiet JAWS. So I am now in the virtual viewer, and I'm sure you heard each instance of the word child in a line was reported as 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Now, what I especially love about this is if I find a link here that seems like it might have the content that I'm interested in, I could press enter on it and I'll move directly to that area of the article. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Blank. Link 3. At this point in development, the child is
Okay.
utterly dependent. Enter. Ericsson stages of development - Microsoft Edge. Toolbar region. At this point in development, the child is utterly dependent upon.
So I was returned to the document, and as you heard, JAWS began reading that line, the line that contained the word child. And now I could also use my down arrow key and read a bit further on to see if indeed this is the information I was looking for. Now let's say it wasn't. It wasn't what I was looking for, but I want to return to that